Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. Braxton Berrios now from his end zone. Two and a throw right away. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he let him roll too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease. And
oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber. An opening drive interception.
There's no doubt that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Here's Jerick McKinnon, his first carry of the ball game. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Here's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Here's 2nd and 10. Pacheco gets it up the gut. He will push his way down to about the 14. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. Sliding out of the pocket. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Mike Edwards picks it up, and the Chiefs are going to hold a short field here as they take it right at the 50.
interception.
A pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
On second down, here's Mahomes. He'll check this one down to Pacheco. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football.
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now a 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man, it's the tight end, Kelsey. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So first and goal from the 9-yard line. And not liking what he's seeing here, Mahomes is going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, and 2 are going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed. And the Chiefs are going to get possession of the football. It's time to roll out this first quarter play. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
They go play fake. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation, because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
A run by Pacheco on second down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
It's third down and goal to go.
And Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play. Here's Mahomes, third and goal. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
Mahomes going to go on fourth down. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Dolphins defense is able to hold. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he's taken down, a cheap sack. Chris Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now this throw caught left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now Tua. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. You mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game. I don't think you mentioned the guys that we have in uniform. With 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. An excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Now Mahomes. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Looking to throw. That is pulled in by a diving Kelsey. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
I felt that one all the way up here. How about that big man laying out and making that catch?
Yeah, that wasn't a 180-pound wideout. That was a tight end. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Dolphins are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about it. The ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board is not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked up by L'Jarius Sneed. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised by the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber came out 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out. By a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. Here's Mahomes to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. 5 yards from the end zone, 1st and goal. Looking to throw is Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal?
They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
It'll go as a loss of a yard on what should be the final play of the first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Glenn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the 2nd half gets underway. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight. Scoreless as we start the 3rd. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. 1 play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, He wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the second half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs will take over here at their own 14-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Javon Holland. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. That is now 5 interceptions that he has thrown in this ball game. If I asked you to speculate what's possibly going on in his head, what would you say?
Well, if he's as mentally strong as I believe he is, he understands that not all these picks have been his fault. You know, some of those, yes, but have been a good number of them where he hasn't been helped by his own receivers, and they've turned into interceptions. So he knows if he keeps firing, perhaps good things can happen, not just in this game, but especially in later ones.
On first down, back to Achane. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Tagovailoa to throw on 2nd down here. That swung out to Mostert. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Mostert diving for the end zone, and he is in. Touchdown. So he had the nice run to get him down there, was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determined.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this is caught in the end zone. So how about that for a statement? They get 2 instead of 1 on the fake, and it's an 8-0 ball game. And I guess the touchdown wasn't enough. They want the onside kick as well. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they're giving up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a first down. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From the gun, they will run McKinnon. He can't get him down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. But when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing the flag.
A handoff now for Pacheco.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Mahomes going to throw. Rolling to his right. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. And not liking what he's seeing here, Mahomes is going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Quick hitter here, it's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Mahomes throwing on 4th. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter play. We're back now in KC. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're so long way away from the end at times. They've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going. And above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
Back near his goal line. Here's Tua. And this throw incomplete. Over the field all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Running the counter with Mostert. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw it for a loss.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a one-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it. One-score game. This drive here can erase all of what happened previously.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They run it with Pacheco from the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense.
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on third and medium to pick up the first.
Now Mahomes going to shift him around.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
He'll check this one down to Pacheco.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now here's Mahomes.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get him next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
On second down, here's the option.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. First and 10 here. Now a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Mostert.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
So with your team leading in the fourth quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Second and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
And he is going to have a Miami first down, and the Dolphins are going to win the football game.
10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Tagovailoa looking to throw it. This will be caught just inside the 10.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That one looks like he'll throw here, eluding the pressure right.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down.
Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. They try to catch him by surprise there on 3rd down, but this defense, they were all over the jet sweep.
And it's oftentimes all about what you're doing on the backside of the defense, whether it's the defensive end or the outside backer, who's setting the edge. And if they don't get blown off the line of scrimmage, they can really wreck a play. And in this case, they were able to make the tackle for a loss as a result.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Justin Reed.
And the Chiefs come up with a late turnover. But it will really matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well, like all great games, it came down to the final snap, Charles. They had to heave it and hope, but the Hail Mary ultimately intercepted, and that's your ball game.
Yeah, and you never want to be in a situation where your entire game comes down to throwing a jump ball as far as you can. But in that situation, you want to loft it up and hope one of your guys...
I ain't tripping, this is easy. Got them excited to meet me. I got diamonds, you got CZs. Wake up, get to it, and repeat.